I'm sorry, that just irritated me.
All right.
Ah,
No, late night shit tonight. Well,
the podcast
we're, we're,
started
we're back
in
on
late
our late
night.
night shit. We're back on our late night shit then. Excuse me. Oh
It's
yeah,
Wednesday.
first episode of the new year, bro.
Oh no, my black agenda has nothing to do with what we just talked about. Um, I just put that in there because again, it's the beginning of the year, and for I feel like what black people really need to focus on in particular right now is institution building. We got to build some institutions, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like we really, because I mean, we're living in a time now where wealth inequality is getting extreme, and the current administration has already made it clear that they are not for us. So we have to build our own institutions. Gotta build, like, shout out to Umar. We gotta build our own schools. We gotta build our own hospitals. We gotta build our own supermarkets. I think that should be the priority. The supermarkets and the groceries. We need to guarantee food. You know what I'm saying? We need to have a guaranteed pipeline and supply chain of food to the black community, wholesome, healthy, and energizing. And I feel like also along with the institution building, we gotta do everything to distance ourselves from the current hegemony, from the current Western hegemony, because they're not doing anything to empower themselves. They're doing everything in their power to maintain their already unsustainable position. And I just feel like as black people in 2026, we got to get in a position where if they fall, we still standing. I don't want to live in a world where if they fall, we fall before they fall. Cause you know that phrase when white folks get the cold, black people catch the flu. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to destroy that tethering. We need to destroy that link so that we can stand on our own. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's too much playing, there's too much jiving, there's too much distraction. And this has always been a thing in the black community, but right now we ain't got that time. I'm not gonna hold you. So we really ain't got that time. Like it hasn't even been a full year of Trump being in office since he got elected. And look, like shit is fucked up right now. I'm not even gonna hold you. Shit is fucked up. So my black agenda for 2026 is institution building and really getting serious about being sovereign. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it starts with self. You know what I'm saying? It starts in the mirror. It starts with who you see in the mirror and making an effort and a change every single day to be an example that black people can look at and be like, you know what? I'm trying to be on his type way, you know? And with social media and AI and all this shit motherfucking going on, like it's a rapidly expanding world. and people are getting left out in the dust as we speak. And I just want us as a collective group of people to be able to stand on a foundation that won't get rocked because motherfuckers want to over speculate. They want to go fucking take different territories they ain't got no business taking, and any of that shit. So yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and this is leaning in the direction of what you were saying about starting with yourself, because this is something that even I need to work on in my current life, and that's being present, not just physically being in the room, but being a part of the what's goings on. You know, get out of the screens, put the phones down. A big part of why I personally feel like things are the way they are and they're not going to go anywhere. Too many people glued to their screens trying to emulate what they see on social media. Everyone's become too goddamn detached from reality. And that's why it's so much shit going on that no one seems to notice until the last possible second, or until it affects them directly, and by that time it's too late. We gotta pay more attention to what's going on around us, man. Yeah.
Also leading white women alone. I forgot to say that too.
May I interject real quick? A big part of why those women lost them jobs was what some of them was putting up on social media. So
Like
this,
what?
so this kind of plays into what I was saying about people need to put the screens down.
What were they putting on social media?
Where to start? Between a lot of them getting in trouble for saying hateful things about men online. Certain ones, of course, the twerking videos showing their ass off and all of that, and being that's one. But we've seen it happen a few times over the last few years, though.
The only reason why I'm gonna say all of that is bullshit is because we have literally seen Trump, the president of the United States, literally tweet aggressions toward world leaders on social media. Still got his job. He's been impeached twice. He's a convicted felon in the White House right now. But 400,000 women get laid off or get fired unjustly. And a few of them may have said some shit online or may have twerked online and shit like that. And now I'm supposed to think that's justified? The math ain't mathing here. And even if that was the case, why is that the focus? Like, why is that the focus? Nah, I'll say what I needed to say. Put the white women down, nigga. No, no. I don't want to talk about that shit. I didn't want that to be a topic. I was just saying. Hey, you play that video that I linked yesterday, and I want you to play it because it's in context. Because I have that rant saved up.
Whole time, bro, they made us fucking man. This whole time, bro, they made us fucking think Africa was such a poor country, bro. Such a place you wouldn't want to be at, bro.
Yeah.
And speed is single-handedly changing my perspective on life. Like the music in Africa, the culture, everything, every single aspect of Africa just makes my insides feel so good, bro. It makes me just want to leave America, bro. I feel like America is the trap. America is the trap. The American dream is the trap. Everybody else is free, but not free from America. America's the problem, bro. America's the fucking problem. And I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Like, Speed, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Really. So the ISO speed tour in Africa is not over yet, so I'm not going to speak to that as much since it's still in progress. And I don't really watch ISO speed. I see a lot of his content on social media anyway. He doing his thing. Shout out to him. But I did want to I did want to talk about that video that you posted about the guy crying. And the rant that I have is that as an African, right, as a Ghanaian, it both it's like a double edged sword. Like I'm happy that his initial thoughts about Africa are being dismantled, but for some reason, it just really bothers me that it took ISO Speed going to Africa for that to be dismantled. That like that bothers me. And the reason why that bothers me is because we have so much technology at our disposal. We are connected to an overwhelming stream of information. And I just feel like people are not doing their due diligence in order to dismantle a lot of the lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an African, I've had to grow up with everybody just assuming that my fucking continent was a shithole. You know what I'm saying? And growing up with that experience, I'm bitter. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm fucking bitter. And the reason why I'm so bitter is because I was never really able to appreciate my continent until I got older. And I had to do that work myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, they really don't appreciate that indigenous homegrown culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, they go to countries like the UK, France, the United States, and because they have a whole bunch of shit, everybody just thinks that this is the place to be. And the fact that it took ISO Speed to go to Africa. Now, he's not just going to Africa. Like, this dude was in Zimbabwe. He was currently in Zimbabwe. He was in Angola. He was in South Africa. He was in Botswana. He's in countries that don't really get a lot of shine. You know what I'm saying? And like, people like me, I've always knew that Africa is a very special place. 60% of the land in Africa is super motherfucking fertile. There's even a saying: if you spit a seed in African soil, it's gonna grow. Because that's how fertile the fucking land is. They call it the motherland for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, Africa is sacred. You know what I'm saying? It's a sacred place. And the fact that there's so much suffering imposed in this one continent, like, I look at it a different way than most people. So I'm saying that to say I am happy to see that the lies about Africa is being dismantled. You know what I'm saying? And him having a super emotional reaction to that just goes to show you that we really are disconnected. Like, it was a purposeful disconnection. Like, when I see a Black American versus a African versus a Caribbean versus, like, I don't really see that as like a difference in the sense that we're completely incompatible. Yes, we're different ethnicity wise and culture wise. We have different nuances and stuff like that, of course, right? But the history will go to show you that us as an African people, the people in the continent and the people in the diaspora, a lot of shit has been taken away from us. And now we have to do the work of bringing it back. And it just kind of bothers me that it took ISO Speed for that awakening to happen. I'm happy it's happening, but it's like, man, we got so much motherfucking work to do, bro. And it's a psychological thing that we have to do. We have to literally take everything that we think we know and throw it in the motherfucking trash and start anew. And that's a terrifying fucking thing to do. I know from experience. That is a terrifying thing to do. But once I got real close with my roots, once I really started understanding like my culture and my people and the customs in Ghana and things like that, it has made me more of a powerful person because like Africans like just naturally are a spiritual people. And that spirituality survived, especially in the United States of America. The blues, for example, the blues, like the American blues by Black people, that is a cultural rendition of African spirituality because we use music not only to just entertain ourselves, Bro, we literally use it to heal. We use it to convey messages. We use it to talk to the ancestors. We use it to invoke spirits. Music is not just sound. You know what I'm saying? It's a portal to a world in which humans are the conduit. So when I talk about African culture and I talk about Africanisms in the diaspora and stuff like that, it comes from a deep place. It comes from a place that no one really knows where it began. You know what I'm saying? No one really knows where it began. Like even my own people, I don't even know where they fucking began. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is that one portion of my people, the Akan, we were found in Nubia, and then we migrated. We was in fucking Sudan because Africans we travel. And you can tell by our customs and how similar a lot of us are. I could be from Ghana, a motherfucker can be from Sudan, and we have so much in common. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that reaction of that guy just being so emotional, what that really is that he is now rediscovering what was taken from him by force. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just really wish that people, instead of waiting for like a live stream or waiting for like your favorite streamer to do it, like really dig deep into your motherfucking culture and have an appreciation for what happened, or have an appreciation for the origin of where your story is, because your origin is not slavery. And I'm a land with this. Burna Boy's mom in the BET Awards, when he won a BET award, he was like, I want everybody who's black to please remember that you were Africans before you became anything else. And I want y'all to sit with that. Before you became anything else, before you became American Negroes, before y'all became Jamaicans, we were Africans first. That was the basis of the discrimination that was imposed on you because you came from the motherfucking motherland. So yeah, I am happy to see Africa being shown in a much more positive light and a much more realistic light. And don't get me wrong, we got fucking problems. Look at what happened to Anthony Joshua in Nigeria. But we really do have to do a better job in educating our younger people, especially, that Africa isn't some bush or some fucking jungle. That is the origin of human life. And when you give that place its proper credit and its due diligence, and you fully embrace the story that comes with that, I promise you, you will become a much better person. But that's all I wanted to say.
He done he done hit said everything there was to say about that.
I love my motherfucking continent, nigga. Shout out to Africa.
Mm, I've been saying for the longest that I need to do one of those, like the ancestry or the 23andMe things, and see exactly like where my ancestors are from, and make it a point to visit that specific country in Africa one day, wherever that may be. I've been saying it for the longest. This year, I might fucking go through with it.
I'm calling it now. You probably a nigga from the Congo.
Wait, what makes you say that?
I don't know. I just feel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's something Congolese about you.
I,
Oh my god.
I'll
It
tell
was
you
so.
outright, I'm the talkative drunk.
It was not fair.
I become real talkative when I've been drinking.
Like somebody was telling me, "Hey, yo, just relax," and I'm like, "I am relaxed." I know a good. I know a good bit.
They casted somebody over there. I forgot it. I forgot the guy's name.
Maduro
Yeah.
and his wife. Yeah, you got it right. Uh, Trump is a wild nigga, man, bro. First and foremost, so the one thing that you have to understand about Venezuela, Venezuela has more oil reserves than Saudi Arabia. Like that country literally has the most oil reserves in the world, right?
Shit.
Now, the one of the main reasons why Trump is acting this way towards Venezuela, it goes back to the Monroe Doctrine. And the Monroe Doctrine basically specifies that the entire Western Hemisphere belongs to the United States type shit. So like North America, Central America, and South America, like that's America's domain. That's the United States domain. So that's part of like the reason why this was justified. Um, Another thing too, Trump got in trouble by NATO for doing that shit because you actually are violating international law by not only bombing a country but fucking taking its sovereign leader. Now, for context, Maduro also isn't very well liked in Venezuela. For context,
Mm.
um, his leadership is considered illegitimate by many people in Venezuela. So
And that plays a
Trump kind
factor
of,
in this.
yeah, so that also plays a factor in this. So because there was people in Venezuela that was trying to get Maduro out the paint because he didn't even win the election, but he's the president, right? So the thing about Venezuela that you have to understand is that its history is very, very, very polarizing. So prior to this, when Hugo Chavez was the president of Venezuela, that was when the country was thriving because he spent all of the money on very strong social services. He fed people, he housed people, you know what I'm saying? And he kept the prices of oil in that country super, super, super low. Because of the subsidies that were coming from the exports of oil that were going out. So if the oil price is good and people are buying that oil, they make money, right? And that money was used to take care of the citizens. Mind you, Venezuela has always had like a rather rocky political history. A lot of coups, a lot of dictatorships here and there, so on and so forth. Right. So but the thing about Hugo Chavez is that he really stood up to the United States, and the United States did not like that. Like Hugo Chavez was one of those people that refused to be bullied, and the United States did not like that shit. So they was trying to get him out the paint many, many, many times. So with this current situation about what's going on, it's two things that you have to understand. First and foremost, the United States thinks the entire Western Hemisphere is theirs. That's why, they spend so much money on their military, especially when it comes to like the Caribbean territories and the agreements that they have with Mexico and Canada, which Trump is fucking up, by the way. Um, like this attack, not only was it like unprovoked per se, but Trump was really just looking for a reason to say America is back. Now, you read that 30 to 50 millions of billion barrels of oil is going to be given to the United States. That is not really because of what they did to Maduro. It's because Venezuela knows that it needs to keep America at bay before it goes to other countries and start that same bullshit. Colombia even came out and said that it would defend Venezuela if need be. So it's really Venezuela that's trying to stop things from escalating. But at the same time, it's like you took their fucking sovereign leader. Despite the fact that no one really, fucks with Maduro like that, that's still a leader of a country, and you just can't take a leader of the country. That's violating international law. Literally. And this thing about this motherfucker trying to take Greenland, it's like, bro, Denmark is literally an ally, and it's not just any ally. It's a pretty close ally to the United States. Why are you starting shit with them? Bro, they had the Danish people sitting there talking about, bro, we're cool and all, but if you try that shit, we're gonna fuck you up. Like, actually, we're gonna defend our territories and shit like that. We're gonna actually fuck you up. Don't try it. As they should. Because why are you doing this? And you see, it's so sporadic. 1 minute is the Gulf of America. 1 minute they say we're taking Canada is going to be our 51st state. Canada said, hell no, I'll slap the shit out you. As a matter of fact, don't sell your fucking alcohol here. Then Greenland, you have Greenland right there. I'm like, bro, we already have Alaska. What the fuck do we need Greenland for? Greenland is good. And remember, Greenland is semi-autonomous. Yes, Denmark basically owns Greenland, but Greenland can have its own, like, Greenland basically just lets itself rock.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Also, Denmark whoops America's ass in a lot of fucking metrics. Anyway, it's just a much more solid country than the United States if we really want. Like, the only thing that we have here in America is money. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're a third world country with a Gucci belt on. But that Gucci belt is the finest, most shiniest Gucci belt you ever seen in your life. So, damn. The main thing that I want you to take from this whole thing with Venezuela is this is typical Monroe Doctrine. My balls are bigger than yours, America. Just trying to show its ass with a country that has honestly been through a lot. Because the people in that country, so the people in Venezuela, they went from having like a good standing of living and having subsidies for oil and stuff like that to now most of the people are in poverty just simply due to the fact that the oil prices collapsed. So, I mean, it's still an ongoing situation, and there's still like a lot of context that I still need to read up on and stuff like that. But for the most part, just know Trump a wild nigga. That was some wild shit he did. And it's not okay. He actually violated motherfucking international law with that. So yeah.
I bet we're getting set up for World War III.
Oh my God, if I hear that shit one more fucking time.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
but that's what this is looking like.
No.
But
y'all say it so casually. You do realize what World War II was, right? That was the worst war in history. Why the fuck would we want to do that again? Willingly.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, nigga. Damn.
No, I'm not saying that you're saying it's a good thing. I'm saying we're saying the shit so fucking casually. You and I and nobody wants a motherfucking World War III. So when it comes to geopolitical situations like this, we can't just be saying World War III, bruh. Fucking Donald Trump tweeted at Kim Il whatever, I forgot his fucking name, but yeah, him. And motherfucker was saying World War III, right? Fucking bro, we just use that word too loosely. That's all I'm saying. Not every geopolitical situation is World War Three. Because they said the same shit when Russia invaded Ukraine. It's gonna be World War Three, everybody. Calm down. Calm down. We still have diplomacy,
But
especially now.
I hear you, but also both world wars didn't just happen out the blue. There were sequences of events that led to both them shit.
Especially World War One.
Similar to what we're seeing now. A big part of what the first two world wars were different countries joining forces and collaborating against common enemies.
Also, both World Wars started in Europe.
What I'm saying is, regardless of where it was, that's what I'm that's what I'm seeing with this. And something bothers me about the Venezuela thing in particular. I'm wondering. Okay, so answer this question: if something happened to Maduro, whatever from Venezuela, who would take his place?
I mean, he has a. I mean, his vice president is currently the interim president right now, and also um, the United States does have people that they want to put in there, of course, but they're also you again. His uh, term was illegitimate. He did not win an election, so they can pretty much just run another election and put whoever they want in there. That's probably what they're going to do. They're going to run another election because Maduro was not supposed to even be there in the first place.
Can't help wondering if somebody cut a deal with somebody.
Say it again.
I said I can't help wondering if somebody cut a deal with somebody.
Venezuela. Wait, do you not know? Oh no, that has nothing to do with that. There's no Somali in this story. So a woman, and there's video footage of this, like it's like a 4-minute video, by the way. A woman named Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed by an ICE officer, like in cold
Ooh,
blood.
ooh,
Like not only just shot in the head. She had 3 children, and she was an award-winning poet.
ow,
And
ow.
there's so right now, because this just happened today, and the thing about it is that currently the reason why ICE was even over there in the first place was because they were like detaining Minnesota in particular, right? So yeah, she got shot in the head, and mind you, there's a crowd there. They're not like isolated. It's a whole bunch of people there that witnessed this shit, and it was filmed. So that happens, and right now Minneapolis is like they protesting like a motherfucker. There's also protests in New York, and there was another place with protests, but yeah, it's a very 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 sad story. Um, the mayor of Minneapolis actually came out and basically said we ICE needs to get the fuck out. And I'm quoting him when he said that. He literally said ICE needs to get the fuck out. He said an F bomb in the press release
Shit.
because, like, bro, no, they killed an American citizen. You feeling what I'm saying? They literally killed an American citizen. And the thing is, ICE, they are federal law enforcement, but they are supposed to use a lot more restraint. They're not supposed to be trigger happy and just start shooting people unless there is an immediate danger to one's life. Now, in the video, it shows one of the ICE officers forcefully trying to get into the woman's car. And if someone's trying to get into your car, what's the first thing you're gonna do? If someone's trying to force them, yeah, I mean, of course the door is locked. But if somebody's trying to force themselves into the car door, what's your first reaction? By driving, right? So she was backing up trying to drive away. One of the ICE officers got in the way, so she turned away, and then the ICE officer shot her. So yeah, so that's like really what's going on right now. It's still very fresh, but no, it's a lot of anger right now. It's like a lot of fucking angry people right now. Trump actually made an official statement defending the ICE officer that killed the woman. Mind you, the woman was being fully cooperative until that happened. But yeah, Trump basically defended the ICE officer. I'm gonna see if I can get his statement. So Trump said, yeah, I had just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer, who seems to have shot her in self-defense. None of that shit happened. Based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive, but is now recovering in the hospital. The situation is being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. He blamed it on the radical left too. You killed an innocent woman, and it's radical left. Interesting, but yeah, it's a white woman too that got killed. So ain't nobody safe. So yeah,
Yeah.
what's it called? So now, yeah, ICE is definitely about to be on trial. They really about to run ICE out of Minnesota. That's what I think is about to happen. I think that they really gonna really try to run ICE out of Minnesota. I don't think ICE is safe there anymore.
Mm,
ICE is I don't even have the words right now, bro. I really don't. Like if immigration is such an issue in your country, then maybe you should stop fucking with other people's countries.
mm, deja vu, something like that. But I don't know what to say about that. Like, condolences to her friends and families. First off, it is it's just fucked up. And these are people who America is supposed to entrust with its damn safety. This is extremely fucked up. And that's all I can think to say about that.
Rest in peace.
Happy New Year. I hope everyone's holidays were fun. Um, I don't know about anyone else, but 2025 wasn't the greatest toward me. So, what's that saying? When you're at the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. But I'll get there. And whoever else is transitioning into the year with some bullshit going on in their life, you had the entire year to get your shit together. You will get there. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I ain't got no final thoughts. I've spoken enough.
Deuces.